Okay. So first of all, welcome to Lam Rim. And Lam Rim means steps of the path. And this is to me, I was having lunch. I don't have any but okay. I was having lunch with my wife's mother, and who passed away since then. But we were, and she had a boyfriend that she kicked out later, which is what you should do with boyfriends. And we had lunch, and we said, "What's the greatest book in the world? What's the greatest book in the whole world?" And I love books. And so it was difficult for me to choose. But I think this book we are studying today is the greatest book in this planet. It's the greatest book in this world. I think so. And my teacher taught it to me 3 times. It took 30 years. And he went, every time he finished it, he started again. And he taught it in 2 different places. See, he had one group in Washington, D.C., and he had another group near New York. So, but I was his driver. So I get to go to both of them. So I heard him teach it for 30 years. And oh man, it's wonderful to learn it. And it's a wonderful friend for your whole life, okay? So keep this book close to you. And I know I think there's a good Chinese translation, and there's a good English translation. I helped to do the English translation. So keep it close to you, use it, okay? And I started teaching it 14 years ago. And I promise I will finish it. And if I survive a few more days, Dodo, I will finish it. I'll keep my promise, So we will finish this book this week after 14 years of hard work. So I'd like to give us a hand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The tradition of this lineage is if you sit in the audience, you have to teach it next. Okay, seriously, I'm not kidding. Okay, and I know probably you didn't come to every single class in 14 years. I don't know if anybody did except me. But if you want to just throw it? In case I start to cry. So I ask you, we are going to finish this week. And please teach it to other people, okay? So my job is finished this week, okay, for this book. Then it's your responsibility, okay? And you should teach it. And even you weren't here the whole time, it's okay. You can listen to the audio or the video, or you can read it. It's not that difficult. It's better if you come to the class, but if you didn't, I still expect you to teach the whole thing, okay? And just do your best. All the teachers of the Lam Rim, we just do our best, nobody's perfect. Nobody's Buddha, maybe. And we just have to try, okay? So please try. And please teach it to your students and your friends. Yeah, I taught it to my wife's mother. If the son-in-law can teach the mother-in-law, then anyone can teach to anyone. Yeah. So okay. We will finish this week if inshallah, if all goes well. And the whole book is about 400 folios, which is 800 pages, which is about 6,000 English pages. Okay, the whole book is about 6,000 English pages. And we are very, very close to finishing. When I started teaching it 14 years ago, The last part of the book is about meditation, how to do meditation. And I thought it would be a good strategy to teach the end of the book first, 14 years ago, about shamatha and vipassana, about meditation, deep meditation. So I taught it first because you're supposed to meditate on each step of the path. The book is called Step of the Path. And each time your teacher teaches you one step, then you're supposed to meditate on that step. So it seems to me logically, you should teach the meditation to your student first, which is at the end of the book, and then go through the book with them, and they can meditate on each section. So it's a tradition to do this. Okay, so we got very, very far. We went through 3 great sections: Kibuchung, Kibuding, Kibuchambo. These are different motivations of people why they studied this book. Some people just want to stay out of the. They don't. What do you call it? They don't want to be a dog next time. They want to stay out of the lower place. By the way, minimum motivation to be in this room is to. I don't want to go down after I die. Okay, so it's very unusual in this world that to get into the course, you have to be thinking about after you're dead. Okay, to start the course, you have to think about dying. Okay, and that's very unusual in this world. I went to Princeton University. They don't have any course in how to die, but everybody have to die, and it's the most important thing you have to do. It's very strange. There should be a PhD in dying, right? So anyway, this book begins on the day that you die, okay? And then it goes deeper and deeper, okay? So minimum motivation after I die, I don't want to go down, you know. I just like to stay at least stay as a human, you know. I would like to do that. Everybody thinks they're going to be a human in the next life. First of all, in my part of the world, in the Western part of the world, we don't believe that you live after you die. We don't believe it. We don't even believe this much, you know. Those people who believe it, they say, I hope I have as much hair as Stanley when I come back, and not as much hair as Geshe-la or John Brady. So, you know, all the people thinking like that, but to come back as a human is very, very rare, 1 out of a billion. You know, if 8 people in this world come back as human, it's pretty good. You see, it's very rare. So the purpose of this book, first of all, come back as a human, you know, then at least you can keep coming to Tim's programs. Okay. Maybe you can find your old kimono. You know, okay. That's minimum motivation. Okay. And then second level motivation, I don't want to come back to a place where I have to die. I don't want to come back to a place where I have to lose my family again and lose my mother again. You know, I don't want to come back to a place like that. I want to go to a place where we don't have these problems. Okay, that's second motivation. Then third motivation is I would like to become Buddha, because a Buddha can really help countless people at the same time. No limit, no number. Okay, and it's fun. You know, so I don't feel like it's a very serious thing to become a Buddha. I think it's a very fun thing to become a Buddha. I enjoy to help people. You know, I don't know. Today, I went to a coffee shop. You know, I clean up the coffee cups for the staff, right? And I enjoy it. You know, but think if you can help billions and billions of people at the same time, if you can babysit for a whole planet. That's my dream, you know. I imagine I'm sitting with my wife somewhere just past the sky. And we babysit my granddaughter sometimes. She's 2 years old. She's coming here, I hope, in Sakura. If the Sakura doesn't open, I'm going to stay until it opens. Okay, Sophie Chow, this time I'm on strike. And then, it's hard to babysit 1 2-year-old. She's so cute. We bought her a school bus this big. And in America, all the school bus for children is a yellow color, bright yellow color. And we bought her a school bus. It doesn't, you can take off the top of the roof of the bus. And then there's many little kids, and the 2-year-old puts the kids in the bus, and maybe the one kid is driving or like this, and she put all the kids in. And then she tried to get in the bus. It's so cute, She's like, her name is Cece. Cece, passenger. Cece, passenger, and she's trying to get into the bus with all the other kids. Yeah, it means she thinks she's this big, right? And her foot couldn't get in the bus. And she kept trying to push her foot in the bus, So, I mean, even to take care of 1 2-year-old, it's a hard job for grandpa. When all the ladies leave and they say, Grandpa, watch the child, I'm like, But imagine 8 billion people. Imagine you are a babysitter for 8 billion people. I like it. I think I'm up for it. I'm looking forward to it. I worked really hard to become babysitter for 8 billion people. And, you go to the Buddha headquarters, and they give you a planet, okay, what's my planet? Oh, this one. Okay, I'm on it. I'll take care. Then you actually watch the whole planet. You take care of everybody. And I think it's cool. Okay, that's the ultimate Lam Rim steps of the path motivation. That's final motivation. I want to babysit a planet. I want to take care of all the planet people. I want to make sure they don't get old and die. If anybody dies on my planet, I'm not a very good Buddha. I would like to. So Jasmine's like, her group is almost the whole planet, but now she's thinking, now I have to go bigger. I have to take the whole planet. Right? So, so we're on that part. We're at the end of the book. We're teaching how to do planet babysitting, and there's 6 famous perfections, 6 famous activities that a Bodhisattva means you decided, I want to babysit the planet. Okay, so you made a decision. You not just think about your family or not just think about your country. You want to babysit the whole world. Okay, and it sounds difficult, but it's not. I think 1 2-year-old is more difficult. Whole planet is easier. Okay, and what I want to say is it's fun. Okay, like it's nice to help someone not to die, but it's also, I personally enjoy having fun every day. And what I do, I like to have fun. And I can tell you, to be a Bodhisattva is the most fun thing. Okay, like it's not very serious. You're all too serious. Oh, death, save a planet from death. I don't know. Zhenlang San, Zhenlang San, Wolf Warrior number 3. It feels like some hero, Don't think like that. It's just fun, okay? It's like a big party, okay? It's the best party you ever went to take care of 8 billion people, okay? And you don't feel stressed out. You feel like, wow, give me another planet. This is one planet, not enough, okay? All right? So we're learning how to do that. And we started and we're going to continue through there. There are 6 activities Bodhisattva has to learn. And we're going to go through the sixth. We already went through giving. First one is called giving. Say dana, paramita. Yeah, so the perfection of giving. And we finished that one. Now we're on the second one. Shila. Say shila, paramita. Okay. Yeah, morality or ethics. Okay. Okay. And here we go. Yeah. Okay. And by the way, I'm very proud that everyone came back after yesterday. I thought some people will go to Tokyo or something. Yesterday was a very difficult class, and I'm very proud that you came back, and I'm happy that you came back. Okay. Actually, yesterday is the test. If the people quit yesterday, they don't come to the Lamrim class. You see, so we make the first class very difficult. Then I don't know, the people who are not serious will quit. And then the second class, we do the real class. Okay. So that's what we're doing today. All right. I'm going to show the Himalaya language on the screen. Okay. And I'm just putting seeds in your mind. Okay. So don't learn it. Don't think about it. Okay. I'm planning for your next life. Okay. And you think you won't learn it, but you will. And I agree, maybe you don't learn it in this life, but I'm planning for next life. Okay. So I'm putting seeds in your mind. Okay. Only Dodo can learn in 1 week how to read it. Okay. Other normal people, it's not possible. Okay. So you don't worry too much. Don't take it seriously. It's a very unusual language. By the way, as a linguist who study languages, this language, there's an old tradition that this language dropped out of the sky. And I believe it. Okay. Linguistically, it's not connected to any language in the world. It's a very strange language. Okay. Very unusual language. So, and it's very good for Buddhism. It's very good for teaching Buddhism. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'll pronounce it. You don't have to worry. Don't get all upset. It's not like your school days are coming back or something like that. Okay. It's just I'm planting seeds for next time. It will be easier to babysit you next time if I put some seeds this time. Okay. But don't go serious. Okay. Don't take it very seriously. Okay. Okay. Nipa Tsutiki Partiki Nyamlen Ni. Okay. How do we practice the perfection of morality or ethical life? Okay. Perfection is a tricky word. The Sanskrit is paramita, say paramita. Yeah, and Himalayan language is paro to chimba, say paro to chimba. Yeah, good. And it's a strange word because it's perfection, but it's not. Okay, perfection means in this case your morality is perfect. You never got angry at anybody. You never stole $5 from your mother. I did. Only once, okay. But something when you're a kid, right? So this kind of idea, you are perfect. It doesn't mean that. It means if you try, it will take you to Buddhahood. Okay. This is a perfectionizer. This is a make you perfect. It's not perfection. Okay. Nobody here, I don't know, is perfect about their morality. Okay. But we want to be. So if you want to be, we can say perfection. Boro bolomido is perfection. Okay. And paramita means bottom. In Sanskrit, bottom means far side of the ocean. If you are surfing like Rob in Los Angeles and there's a big storm and you float out into the ocean and your surfboard reaches Japan, that's called bottom. Okay, that's called bottom. You reach the other side of the ocean. Ita means gone. You reached it. There's a word in English, exit. It means to the place where you go out. X means out. It means gone. So the English comes from the Sanskrit. Param ita. Param ita means to go to the other side. Exit means to go out. Okay. All right. So that's the second perfection. When I teach Lamrim, steps of the path, I like to use pictures. Okay. And I call them idea images. And the short name is Idim. And I like to show a picture. Then I like to teach you what the meaning of the picture. And then later, when you are teaching your own students, starting next week, the picture help you remember. Okay, we call mnemonic. It helps you remember. Okay, pictures are very helpful. One picture is worth 1,000 words in English, we say. Okay, so here's a picture. I got it here. Yeah, I call it the decision to throw out the garbage. Okay, to practice ethical life, you have to decide to throw out the garbage. Let's see what that means. Okay, then he quotes Seiji's book, which is called Bodhisattva Chaya Avatara, which means how to live like a bodhisattva, how to become a planet babysitter. Okay, how to become the instruction book, how to become a babysitter of a whole planet. Okay, that's called Bodhisattva Chaya Avatara. Seiji is translating it nowadays. Okay, it was written 1,300 years ago. Okay, and I'll read it to you. Bongwe sem ni tobale, chutum paru chimba she. So this very important word called bongwe sem. Say bongwe sem. Bongwe sem. Sem means mind. Okay, sem means mind. And in bong means a decision to give up something. Bong means decision to give up something. For example, you can bongwa meat, eating meat. Okay, you can make a decision. I don't want to be involved with the murder of little animals. You know, I don't want to participate. I don't want to be one of those people. It's not who I want to be. So you can bongwa eating meat. Okay, you can give up eating meat. My teacher, he's Tibetan. They eat meat a lot. They say we cannot grow vegetables. We are too high. The mountains are too high. We cannot grow vegetables. Therefore, we eat meat. You know. So anyway, when I was living in the monastery, I gave up eating meat. At that time, all the other people eat meat, and it was a little bit difficult. And when my teacher introduced me to other teacher, he said, "This is mine." He gave up meat, but he didn't give up his negative thoughts. He make fun of me every time, you know. I'm like, okay. Then I'll tell you something interesting. So he ate meat his whole life. And then when he was older, maybe when he was 75 something. Well, actually, that's not old. He had what do you call? He had to have an operation, and then he came home from the hospital, and he said, "I'm gonna give up meat." I was his cook, so I have to cook meat every day. I don't eat it. I cook for him. Then he said, "Don't cook me meat." I said, "Why? You don't feel good?" He said, "No. I had the surgery. Now I know what it feels like." He said, and he never ate meat again. You know, so he made fun of me for 30 years. Then at the end, he said, "You know what? I think I'll give up meat." I'm like, "What?" You know, and that's called boa. Okay, say boa. Boa means you decide to give up hurting other people. Okay, you decide to give it up. Bongwa means I made a decision. What? I just don't want to hurt people. You know, I'm not going to hurt people anymore. I'm going to do my best that I don't hurt people anymore. Okay. And sometimes if you have some terrible pain yourself, like if you go to the hospital and the doctor rearranges your stomach, if they cut you, you know, then you get more compassion for animals and things like that. You see? So oftentimes, bongwa comes from you feel sad, you know, you feel suffering. When you have bad suffering, then finally you wake up, you know, I don't want to cause suffering to other beings, you know. I want to try to help them. I don't want to kill them or cut them like that. Okay? That's called bongwa. Give up. The decision to give up hurting other people is the second perfection. It is the second perfection. Shila, morality, ethics. Okay, I'm tired. Then there's a beautiful, beautiful. We'll get there. Shenla nepa shidan chepa. Say Shenla nepa shidan chepa. That's able to read by a real roach. Okay, good. All right. They gave me a screen, but it's like this big. Okay. Okay. Shenla nepa shidan chepa. Very she Shenla nepa shidan chepa. Very, 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 very famous. Okay. Jetson Kappa 600 years ago wrote the most famous summary of morality. Okay. Very, very, very famous. And in fact, one of our translators translated it for 5 years. Xiaoping? Yeah, she finished it. It took the commentary, very, yeah, very difficult commentary. She finished, very difficult, and she finished it. So anyway, in his famous poem, Tsongkhapa says, the definition of ethics, the definition of morality, the definition of the second perfection is here. Shenla nepa shidan che. Shen shidan che pale dopa de anu and let's go suk jen she tuba sapatang. Always samba gyunchupa. Means when you decide to give up hurting other beings, that's morality, that's ethics. Then Tsongkhapa says something very interesting. Shidang chepa, say shidang chepa. So traditionally, in the ancient schools of Buddhism, Abhidharma, morality is physical and verbal. Morality is physical and verbal. I will not kill. I will not steal. I will not have sex with another person's partner. Those are physical. Then verbal, you know, I will not lie. I will not slander. I will not use harsh words. I will not gossip. Those seven, three with your body and 4 with your mouth. By the way, which is more difficult to control? I think mouth much more difficult to control. Okay, so giving up these 7 is the ancient form of morality. Okay, but there's missing something. What's that? Yeah, what do you do in your mind? In the ancient forms of Buddhist morality, they focus on what you do and what you say. And then when Tsongkhapa taught it, he said, Shidan Che, say Shidan Che, along with the foundation, along with the mother cause of talking and doing things. What's the mother cause of talking and doing things? It's what you're thinking. And Tsongkhapa's like, you cannot leave that out of the perfection of morality. Okay, you can say morality is what you do, and morality is what you say. But in Buddhism, the most important part of morality is what you think. Okay, and you can break your morality, and nobody around you knows you are doing it. Right inside your own mind, you can think terrible things. Sometimes we surprise, wow, I didn't know I could think such a terrible thing. Sometimes thought come in your mind, I would like to run this person over with a big car, and then you're like, yeah, so sometimes your mind makes terrible things. Your mind decide to do that. You never do it, you never say it, but your mind thinks it, right? It's secret, nobody else knows, right? That's also morality in Buddhism. Okay, so Shida Chepa is a very famous, very, very famous addition by Tsongkhapa. Hurting people with your body, hurting people with your words, and the thinking behind those two. He's very clear. To decide to give up those things is morality. Komba, say komba. GOMS, okay? Say komba. Now, if there's a G or a B on that word, it means meditate, okay? Gomba means meditate. If you take off the B and you take off the S, it means get used to something, to get used to something. The Tibetan word for meditation is from the ancient word to get used to something, to get used to doing something, okay? So we can say that meditation, the deeper meaning of meditation is to get used to doing something a certain way, okay? That's called meditation in the ancient. And it's also in the Sanskrit, say bhavana. But you have to do it, bhavana. Bhavana. Okay, bhavana means, bhava means to be. Ana means to do. Bhavana means it makes you into something new. And that's the word for meditation in Sanskrit. Okay. Bhavana, the word for meditation in Sanskrit, means to make you into somebody new. It's a very beautiful word. Okay. And the Tibetan is similar, komba. Okay. So here he says, the perfection of wisdom, perfection of morality is when you get really good at it. Okay. You get really good at being careful not to hurt other people. Okay. Super careful not to hurt other people. That's morality. That's ethics. Okay. All right. He gave you a definition. All right. Now he's going to give, this. After you give a definition, normally you give the different kinds. What's the different kinds of ethics? In Buddhism, there's 3 different kinds of ethics. Okay. In Buddhism in general, there's 3 different kinds of ethics. Okay. By the way, I have a lot of old DCI friends here, different projects we have. It's so fun to be able to talk about Buddhism. It feels really good. Just in this room, okay? Yeah, okay. It's like getting out of prison or something. Okay. So there are 3 kinds of sutram. Okay, there are 3 kinds of shila, morality. Okay. By the way, the Sanskrit word for morality, shila, comes from an ancient root shil, which means to feel refreshingly cool. Today, when I was walking in the city, it's a shila day. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just kind of pleasant. We call crisp in English, like crisp vegetable. It feels like a crisp apple. It's that kind of nice feeling. Shila means that. The real meaning means shila, to calm down your mind, to put your bad thoughts in the refrigerator. It's called shila, morality. Okay? All right. So here he says shila has 3 kinds. Nature dombe tsutimni, the first kind, the most basic kind of Buddhist morality is don't hurt other people. Okay? There's 3 levels of Buddhist morality. Nietzsche means bad behavior. And the first level of Buddhist morality is, look, even you can't be a bodhisattva, even you cannot give someone your arm, at least don't hurt people, okay? At least don't hurt people. That's called Nietzsche Dombe Sutra, first kind of morality. Don't hurt other people, okay? Domba Sum Tabote. And then he's going to give, he says, now I have a financial problem. I gave away all my money yesterday, right? We got anything else in there? Just, he's like a magician. Never mind. You got? Let's find some money, okay? We have 100? Let's do 100. Okay. I'll have to get more investors, okay? Lam Dune. No, I'm not asking for money. I'm really not asking for money. I just need to go to the bank. Okay. Lam Dune. Domasum Dabote. Yeah. He says, the morality of not hurting other people comes in 3 different flavors, like chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Okay? The morality of not hurting other people comes in 3 different flavors. All 3 classical types of vows reflect the morality of not hurting other people, basically. Okay, basically. Now, for $100. And don't yell out the answer. I don't pay for yelling. I pay for hands. Okay. What are the 3 traditional types of vows? Okay. And I'm not choosing. Whoever the microphone guy chooses. Then you have to give him half the money. No, I'm kidding. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Where's those tech guys? Can you turn on this microphone? There we go.
Okay.
Talk loud. Kiss the microphone.
I believe it's the Praktimoksha vows.
Good.
The Bodhisattva vows.
66.
And the Diamond Way vows.
Good. $100. Yay. Buddhist vows come in 3 flavors, like chocolate, vanilla, ice cream, strawberry. So first one is called Pratimoksha vows. Basically, don't hurt other people. Okay. Second level vows is Bodhisattva vows. Okay. These are interesting vows. The Bodhisattva vows, they are promises, 64 promises you make for the rest of your life to help other people, to be nice to other people. The first level vows are just don't hurt other people. Okay? Like control yourself. And then the second level of vows is plant the seeds in your own mind to become a planet babysitter. Bodhisattva vows, okay? Bodhisattva vows. And I mentioned it yesterday, I guess. We're going to do a Bodhisattva vow ceremony here. Some of my friends asked me to give them Bodhisattva vows. I don't usually do it. I usually subcontract this kind of work. But there's a place an hour from here called Nana, is it? And this is where the great one of the first Chinese masters who came to Japan, whose name is, say again, that guy. 6 times he tried to get to Japan. 6 times his boat, 5 times his boat broke. Very beautiful story. Then when he got here, one of the first things he did, he went to the emperor and his friends, and he gave them Bodhisattva vows. That temple is still here in Kyoto. I went there. It's very beautiful with my friends. And so I thought, me and Stanley also, we thought it would be fun to give Bodhisattva vows at that exact place where he was standing. So it's in March. Yeah, when the sakura flowers open, the Bodhisattva vows will open. Well, we're still working on the date, and we need special permission from the government to have a ceremony there. And if they don't give permission, we'll just rent a hotel next to it. Okay, don't worry about it. Or we'll go on the beach. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's the second kind of vow. Third vow is secret vows. Okay, secret vows. Secret vows are bodhisattva vows. What do you call it? Supercharged bodhisattva vows. Super bodhisattva vows. Okay, and you want to know how my teacher introduced those vows? He said, the third kind of vow is the secret vows, and that's secret. But I will be teaching them next year. Okay, somehow. All right. Now here he says, I will give you a quotation from Atisha. Okay. And this is a famous book that was written exactly 1,000 years ago. Okay, in Lamki Dunma, Bodhipatta Pradipika. Bodhipatta Pradipa, which means the light on the path to Buddhahood. Okay, Bodhipatta Pradipa. And he says, Sosa Tabari Dunki Tatu Donshan Demba La Chanju Sembe Domba Yikawa Yuki Shen Du Min. Okay, very famous definition of different kinds of first level morality, different kinds of vows. Okay, Sosa Tabari Dunki. So there's the first set of vows you take is called sosotarpa. In Sanskrit, it's pratimoksha. Okay, pratimoksha, and it means individual freedom. Prati means one by one. Moksha means freedom. Okay, and $100. Why is it called one by one freedom? Oh. We got this much money, honey? I like that. Oh, okay.
So it's the path.
Wait, start over again.
Can remove your mental afflictions, and it's a path to nirvana.
What's the one by one? Prati moksha. You gave me the moksha part. I need the prati part. That's $50. What's prati? Why one by one? Wait, Shama. Gibson?
Those individuals who keep this vow will get freedom.
And? You gave me $25 answer. She gave me 50.
Oh, and those do not keep the vow.
Good. Yeah, now we're up to 100. But I'm not giving it to anybody. I'm not like wildly generous. I'm making a deal. Yeah, pratimoksha means if you protect the vows, if you keep those vows, you will reach nirvana. And if you do not keep the vows, you will not reach nirvana. Therefore, they are called individual freedom vows. Individual means those individuals who keep them get freedom. Those individuals who don't keep them, they don't get freedom. Okay, cool. Now, Atisha said there's 7 types of pratimoksha vows. Okay, and that's a little bit controversial. Okay, it's not 7. Okay, and we have to explain it. We have to talk about it. Okay, and so I made some notes for you. Okay, here's the 7 that Atisha is talking about. Atisha did not include the one-day vow. He said, look, one-day vow, come on, it's one day. Why should we count that? So normally we say there's 8 kinds of pratimoksha vows. Normally we say one-day vow is the first one. But Atisha said, yeah, one day, who cares? All right. So he doesn't include it in his poetry here. Okay. He says 7 types. Okay. Here's the 7. Number 1, the person who agreed for their whole life to keep like 10 vows or 8 vows. Okay. Then that's lifetime male is number 1. Okay. In the modern world, I think we should say lifetime female vows number 1. Okay. These vows, those are so ancient vows, they come from the times in India when the females did not have equal rights and the men have more rights. So I like to switch it. Okay. And then secondly, the male who keeps a lifetime vows, layman's vows. Okay. Those are the first two of the 7. Okay. Third one is Ganyan Ma. And that's like, sorry, that's the second one. Gaitsu Ma, which means novice nun. Gaitsu Ma, and then a novice monk. Okay. They keep like, I don't know, 10, 15 vows. Okay. Like that. Okay. And then full, I'm sorry. Then there's another category, number 5, right? That's called intermediate nun. Okay. So for nuns, it was more difficult to become a full nun. They had to show more serious and keep their vows longer. So first they got basic vows, then they got medium vows, and then they got full vows. Okay. And then 6 and 7 is full monk and full nun. Okay, full nun. All right. 253 vows for full monk. 364 for nuns. Why nuns have more? They are more intelligent and they can keep track of more vows. There. The nuns told me how to teach it that way. Okay. All right. Okay. We had some discussions. Okay. Oh, let's do the rest of his verse. Let me see here. So, Dr. Dong Shen Demba La, Chandra Sambe Domba Yi, Kawa Yuki Shendumin. Now he says an interesting thing. Atisha says, if you keep one of these 7 sets of vows, like if you promise to keep vows for the rest of your life, like the 10 vows, even the 10 vows, he says that person is ready for Bodhisattva vows. Okay. Do you understand what just happened in this room? All of you who dreaming to take Bodhisattva vows, where the emperor took them from the great Chinese master, now you have to do some. I trick you to do the other vows also. You understand? You cannot take Bodhisattva vow unless you agree to keep the basic morality vows. Okay, so that's easy, right? Okay, understand? Yeah, I'm trying to read the contract here. Okay, if you agree to take 64 Bodhisattva vows, which are fun, Dr. Shima Chinomiti, Shakyamuni, Techumbo, you know, they're fun vows, super fun vows. But you still have to agree to the basic 10 vows, okay? Don't kill, don't steal, don't mess around with other people's wife or husband, like that, okay? Easy. Understand? All right. Okay, you don't get bodhisattva vows without basic morality vows. All right. Chanjo sembe domba ye kawa yuki shendumin. Kawa, say kawa. Kawa means, it's a difficult word, and it means, do you have the karma to come back here in Sakura and take your bodhisattva vows? Do you have enough good karma? Or will the airplane be late? Or your boss will tell you have a project? Or, your bank account will go like my bank account below 0. You see what I mean? Like that. Kawa means good luck or something like that. Do you have the good luck to come back here and get those vows? Okay. And that's, I cannot say. That's something inside your own mind. Okay. What's the karma inside your mind? You know, it's billions of years old. I have no idea. You know, will you die before March? Will I die before? We don't know. Okay. So kawa means, do you have the enough good karma to be here? Do you have enough good karma to get here? And it's, we don't know. Okay. But we hope so, right? I mean, if you make a prayer to be here, it helps you to get the karma. You see what I mean? If you say, boy, I'd really like to do that, that helps you get the karma to come. You see what I mean? Okay. So just to get here, look, he crashed his boat 5 times. He's a great master, you know. He's what, Lao Si. Gosh, Lao Si. I'm not supposed to say, what's that word? Da Wang. Okay, anyway, you understand. If a great master crashes boat 5 times to get here for the Bodhisattva vows, maybe you will have flight delay. Okay, I say you should leave the day before. Okay, don't make a tight flight. Okay, something will try to stop you, and make plans, make strange plans, like come here 1 week before and try to visit every French restaurant in Kyoto. That's my plan. Okay. How are we doing on time? Timothy, when do I have to stop? Huh? 5 p.m.? Seriously? Okay, good. Okay. Just shut me up. If I don't shut myself up, you shut me up. Okay, shaping within Chanju Dom Chang Dom Nambiten or Satarket Sutam Yugupet Tabor Sumbani. It's saying, it seems to be, it's saying that in order to get bodhisattva vows, you should have basic morality vows. Okay, one of those 7 times. Okay, usually in Tsongkhapa's poem, it's 8 times. Why? He includes 1 day vow. Okay. This is interesting. When you practice the secret teachings, which we'll call Diamond Way teachings, Vajrayana, say Vajrayana. Yeah. When you practice the secret teachings, they say if you are ordained, if you're a monk or nun, you get a head start. You get like extra credit. Okay, it's easier. It's not necessary to be a monk or a nun to get the secret vows. It's not necessary. Anybody in this room can get them if you have bodhisattva vows. But if you get bodhisattva, you gotta, anyone can take them, but the best chance of success is if you're a monk or nun. Okay, traditionally they say that. Okay, but everyone can take them. Why? Now you tell me why. According to this theory, the whole theory we've been talking about today, yeah, the more morality you're trying to keep, the better you will keep your secret vows. Okay, like if you have 253 vows or 364 vows, like I don't know, we had trouble translating those. Nuns' vows are complicated. Don't tie up your spice bags with threads. It took us like a month to figure out that one. I'm not going to tell you. You have to get the book. Okay. Anyway, a monk or a nun is supposed to be. They have so many vows. They are more careful. They are used to being careful about small things. Am I tying my spice bags with a thread wrongly? Okay. So supposedly they can succeed in the Diamond Way. But everyone in this room can study Diamond Way, can take Diamond Way vows. Okay. By the way, you cannot study Diamond Way if you don't take the diamond way vows. Understand? It's like a prerequisite. Okay. Let me get on to Shibshin Changsem, Kilabar, Lobe, then Chogla, Gomba, number Tamjalin Mayente. But in general, there are people, Changsem, Kilabala, Lobe, then to give it Lu Yang Yut. There have in history, there have been Nagas, which are basically dragons, long, okay, but smart dragons, okay. And there are devas, there are worldly gods who did take the bodhisattva vows, okay. They were able to practice the bodhisattva teachings, okay. So it's not necessary you have to be a human if to get those vows, okay. All right. Ona kangda shi gushina. Well, what's best? Sotaki domden changsengi loba loba shi yina sotaki domba dedan tumo bong dom de kapdi dombe tutum na musin ching. Generally, any kind of morality which prepares you for your bodhisattva morality is kind of special pratimoksha. Okay, so in general, you don't have to take bodhisattva vows to be a nun or a monk, for example. But those monks and nuns who took the bodhisattva vows, their monk's vow and their nun's vow is even more powerful. Okay, they got upgrade to business class. What's first class? Diamond way. Okay, diamond way. Okay, good. All right. Sotar dom den mina mige chupongi bong dom la dombe tsutim su jong. Some people say, look, Geshe-la, what's the lowest kind of pratimoksha vow? What is the lowest kind of pratimoksha vow? Yeah, you could say one day vow, okay? Or generally, it's like agreeing to 5 lifetime layman's vow, basically 5 promises. I will not kill a human being. I will not steal anything valuable. I will not specifically have sex with another person's husband or wife. I will not lie about seeing emptiness. Those are the 4 basic ones, okay? And then number 5? Huh? Yeah, say it again. I agree not to use alcohol or drugs, chemical drugs. And by the way, the ancient Vinaya book says alcohol or chemical drugs or marijuana, etc. Okay. I agree never to use them in my whole life again. Okay. And, I was not born a Buddhist. I was born a Christian, and I was a happy Christian. And I had a good experience in the church. And, but many of my friends, I say, when I got to study with my Lama for 30 years, he said, the first rule, you cannot drink. You cannot drink again in your lifetime. And I almost bowed down to him at that time. I'm like 20 years old or something. And I'm like, God bless you. Oh, I mean, Buddha bless you. And he's like, why? And I say, alcohol ruined my family. Alcohol ruined my mother. Alcohol ruined my father. I spent 20 years watching alcohol ruin my parents and ruin the happiness of our family. And God bless. I love Buddhism. This is great. This is a good start. If you guys say the lowest morality includes never drinking any alcohol again, I'm with you guys. This is a good system. Because I saw as a child, I saw what the alcohol did to 2 good people. They were good people. They were nice people. but alcohol make them worse and worse and worse, and, you know, like that. Okay, so don't come to Geshe-la and say, "What about if I want to have a glass of wine with my grandmother?" There's a trick. You take the wine. If you go to your grandmother's house and she wants to drink wine, you offer her wine. You pour a wine for yourself, and then accidentally you spill it. Okay, I'm teaching you how to do it. I did it many times. The floor is all purple. Okay, Domla Chutim Sujong. Chansen ki gyu ki mige chupongi Sutim Dong. Yeah. Gyu ki mige chupongi Sutim. So therefore, there's a famous exception in Buddhism. If you don't feel like taking a vow, you don't have to. Just agree to keep the 10 basic types of morality that all Buddhists have to keep, okay? You don't even have to take a vow. Just in your mind say, I will keep the 10 good deeds. I will try to do the 10 good deeds. And by the way, I prefer to make that list positive than to make that list negative. I don't like to say no killing, you know, no stealing. I like to say protect life, protect other people's things, respect other people's marriage, you know, tell the truth, always encourage people, always say sweet things to people. Don't waste your talk with a blah blah, you know, keep your mouth shut. Then don't be happy when other people do get stuff. Don't be unhappy when other people get stuff. Don't be happy when other people lose stuff. And finally, you know, basically understand karma, okay? Follow karma. Those are the positive 10. You don't have to take a vow, okay? If you keep those 10, you can still be a bodhisattva, okay? It's like the cheap way to be a bodhisattva, okay? You don't have to take vows, okay? Got it? As a basis. All right, that's Nature Bongwei Tsutu. Nature Bongwei Tsutu means I agree not to hurt people. Okay. Now, what do you think is the second level of morality? The first level is please at least don't hurt other people. What's the second level? Easy. Help people. Yeah, just help people. We went to give a talk at ESAN, which is the main business university in Peru, the National Business University. We gave a talk there. We had breakfast with the president of the university. You were there. And he said, can I ask you a question? You know, and I said, what? And he said, what's the different kinds of ethics in Buddhism? You know, and I'm like, glad you asked. Nature Dombe Sutram, okay. At least don't hurt other people. Then Gewa Chuduke Sutram, help other people. And then what? We'll get there. Okay, Gewa Chuduke Sutram means all the different kinds of morality to help other people, okay? And here's the list, okay? I still got 10 minutes, right, Tim? It can include a person who took their bodhisattva vows and just goes into a temple. We call Chunje, meet the Dharma. You know, when I first walked into my teacher's temple, I'm like, wow, that's nice. I like that painting. He's like, you don't know how to meet a temple? I'm like, what? He says, you don't know how to meet a temple? I say, how do you meet a temple? He says, first of all, you got to go like this, you know. He like hit me. That was the first day. I don't know if his hand wore out or my head wore out. But he's like, you don't even know how to walk into a temple. You're so stupid, you know. You go like this, okay? It's called meeting the Dharma. We don't say visit a temple. We say meet the Dharma, okay? And you got to have your thumbs inside. You get in trouble with this. You're born as an animal with paws. Okay. and you walk around the temple. Nice to meet you, Tara. Nice to meet you, Manjushri. You look cool. Avalokitishvara. Okay. All right. Changsemki Labadan Deme Shinkirachan Chadan Chaba. Just doing that is the second kind of morality. Okay. Just holding your hands properly in a temple is the second kind of morality. Koti Rimdo, show respect for your teacher and show respect to the other students in the class. Okay. That's basic morality. Second level morality. Kurti Rimdo. Tersam Gom Drup. Sitting in the class is the second kind of morality. Okay? Because you are making good karma. Just sitting here, you are making good karma. Even if you fall asleep in the class, you're making good karma. Okay? Jet lag, good karma. Okay, yay. Class is over. Oh, yeah. Okay, continue on there. Tesam Gomsum. Okay, then just studying, just doing your meditation, and thinking. Thinking also. I say thinking on the plane, on the way home. Think about what you heard, and that's a kind of morality. You see, that's a kind of Buddhist morality. Tesam Gomdrup, Che Che Nyen Chepa, and then later, Che Che. Say Che Che. You have to teach. You have to teach. Okay. There's a agreement in a Buddhist teaching. There's a basic contract between the teacher and the student since 2,500 years ago. Okay. If you sit in the class, by sitting in the class, you agree to teach later. Okay. You're not allowed to sit in the class if you don't agree to teach later. You don't listen. $100. Where did Geshe-la give his first Buddhist teaching? Both wrong. He said in the back of the car. He said Volkswagen. Forget it. Cancel it. Cancel $100 bet. It was a bug. Bochito. If you're a Mexican, you know what I'm talking about. The little Volkswagen. You say Volkswagen is not make $100. Yes, it was a Volkswagen. There's many Volkswagen. There's big Volkswagen. I'm talking Bochito. Bochito is a Beetle. Yeah, it fits one person comfortably. Okay. Yeah, my first class was the postman. The mail deliverer banged on the door. He said, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "I gave you a tip last month." He's like, "I'm not asking for more money." By the way, in America, you're not supposed to give tip to the postman. But if you don't, sometimes the mail gets lost. You understand? Okay. I'm just telling you about Rimrock, Stanley. Okay. So anyway, I'm like, I gave you a tip last month. He said, no. What are you guys doing here? I said, this is a Buddhist temple. We study Buddhism. He says, can I study Buddhism? Then I said, are you serious? He said, yeah, I really want to learn. And he was my first student. And I asked my teacher, can I teach him in the kitchen? And my teacher said, no, I don't want the postman in here. Then you go out in the bochito. He sit in the back, you sit in the front, you teach him. Then it's very hard on the neck. Okay. So when I say you have to teach Buddhism because you have to teach Lam Rim because you learn Lam Rim. I mean, also in a coffee shop and also at your family's dinner table on New Year's or something, okay? Like that. And you don't have to say, do you know there's 3 kinds of morality? There's 484 vows and there's 275. But there's a difference, you see. Not like that. Just encourage other people to be nice people. Then you're teaching Buddhism, okay? That's how you start. You just have dinner, make a hot pot for your family. If you're in America, make Thanksgiving dinner. fill them up with good food, then say, by the way, do you think it's okay to kill things or not? Like just gently teach something. Then you made that's here, okay? Che Chen Yin means teach Buddhism, even as a friend in a car. It doesn't mean you have to get up in front of it. It took me 50 years to find you guys. Okay, you're not going to find 200, 300 people in 2 weeks. Okay, don't think like that. Okay, teach one person on the airplane, they can't get away. Do you have your seatbelt on? Yeah. Let me tell you about morality. Okay, Gosunki Gewe Jawala Simbatanche. Yeah, all those are called second level ethics. Okay. Dorna Rangshingi you remember Chepa Chinduki Chepa Kunde Yin. All attempts to practice the six perfections, whether you are trying to help yourself or help other people, are morality. All attempts to practice the six bodhisattva activities is morality. Okay. Normally in English, morality means don't kill people, don't drive your new Tesla 100 miles an hour down the road. I have a Chinese friend who did that. He bought a new car. He didn't know how fast it could go. Never mind, I won't embarrass him. Maybe I already did. Okay, we got one more sentence. All the activities of a bodhisattva are one of the three kinds of morality. Just coming to Lamrim class, Steps of the Path class, just learning about the steps of the path is morality itself. Okay, learning the steps of the path in this class for 14 years, every day that you sat there, you were practicing morality. It's morality to try to be a good person. That's morality. Okay, cool. Let's see. I still got 2 minutes, Tim. Semjengi dunche bitsutin du shi chapala sopate. The third level of morality. So the first one is just avoid hurting other people. The second one is try to help other people. And the third one is try to help everybody in the world. Okay, try to help everybody. Okay, and there's a special practice for that. It's called due ngopo shi. Say due ngopo shi. Okay, and these are the 4 ways to treat your students. Okay, these are the famous 4 ways to treat your students. Okay, and they are very beautiful. And if you sit in this class, and if you learn the steps of the path, you have a moral responsibility to share it with other people. And in Buddhism, we say, if they want it. Okay, if they want it. We're not allowed to bother other people with our religion. Oh, you're Jewish. You want to know about Buddhism? I'm the one to tell you. And they're like, actually, no, I don't want to know. Then as a Buddhist, we're not supposed to bother. We're not allowed to bother people who don't want to hear about it. Okay, you have to ask sweetly. You're on the plane, right? You want to hear what I just heard in Kyoto? And the person say, no, I'm texting my mother. Okay, but if they say I want to learn, then we have a responsibility to share. Okay, so that's a big difference. I think in where I live, we have different religion people come to my door, and they my wife can't say no. I can say no very easy. And she learned. She had some good friends now that she made this way, She said, come in, come in. She gives them cake. She gives them coffee. She talks about religion with them, and they enjoy. But we're not allowed to do that. That's why traditionally we offer mandala before the class. If the student offers the mandala, it means I want to learn. Okay, please teach me. And if they don't offer the mandala, we're actually not supposed to teach. Okay, it means nobody asked me to teach. Now, if you fly to Kyoto and you come and sit here for 1 hour, I'm guessing you want to learn. So I feel comfortable to teach you, okay? Even without mandala. But traditionally, we should do a mandala, okay? All right, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have to talk about the 4 ways of sharing Dharma with other people, okay? And how long is the break, Tim? 30-minute break, because there'll be a traffic jam at the bathroom. Okay, have a nice break. Okay.